morning, everybody. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. I hope all you beauties are having a very nice weekend. So back by popular demand, we are going to do a more current updated version on signs that you will see when you meet the one. You know, there's lots of times where we almost feel like we're hallucinating or that we imagine something when we meet someone that is very special or captivating to us. We literally think we're tripping. We do. We think we are tripping the hell out. And it's weird because your head can play games on you and you're like, some people go completely mute because they lose the ability to speak because they're completely flabbergasted. Other people have that flight or fight instinct. They just run away or they start to squabble with the person because they, it's a disbalance. I feel like things just go chemically awry. So there's some cool things that happen. So we're gonna see for each group. I'm gonna do it in a pick a card thing. Some signs you'll see when you meet the one, because it's very specific with each person as well. So we're gonna do number 1 is the thinker, number 2 is loyal heart, and number 3 is here and now. So I'll let you just have a quick peek on that and think of that for a moment, and then we're just gonna go one stack at a time so it doesn't get too convoluted with too many cards. Okay, we're going to start with number 1, which is the thinker. And I'm very sedate right now because I just went to a psychic fair, and wow-wee, there's a lot that goes on there. And I had to go purchase some stones and speak with some people, and my all-time favorite soul sister from Greece was there. And I just learned that she's going to be moving shortly, and we're developing a pack of oracle cards together. So we just realized what our time constraints would be, and it was very high octane, so I feel really good and I'm surging with really good energy, but I'm a little like, I'm going to miss my friend being so close by all the time because she's a wonderful, dear, amazing human being that's completely magic. So let's see. What are some of the signs? We got strength, judgment, ace of cups, and the empress. Wow, that's a power-packed punch for that first group. Okay, for you guys, I feel like quite a few of you, when you're with the strength card and judgment, I'm doing this in 2, strength cards and judgment. It's funny, I feel like some of you are going to be at a gym, which is crazy. I just have this, you're at a gym and you're going to see somebody that's looking at you in one of the mirrors or just making eye contact with you, and they smile, and I feel like there's a love connection, and a lot of that, or some of them are going to be soul connections. And I feel like it can be missed if you don't really stop and look around. And also don't be skeezed out like, ew, this person's checking me out or whatever. Where else is somebody going to look at you but out in public, right? If they looked at you like that in the library, would you feel any different? I know sometimes when we're in latex or whatever, it's like you feel a little more exposed, but it's a genuine interest. So keep that in mind, because I feel like quite a few of you are going to be there. I feel like some of you guys as well, you're going to be in courthouses or police stations in or around there, and some of your connections are with police officers and firemen, things like that as well. Those are some signs you're going to see, and you're going to start seeing weird license plates that are very specific. You're going to start seeing winter's coming to say hello. You're going to see you're going to start noticing regular signs on streets, and they're going to make sense to you, or they're going to match up from your childhood street signs, strange things like that. Also, I feel like quite a few of you are going to be walking. I know this sounds strange, but with this, I feel like a lot of you are going to be walking your dogs in the park or your neighborhood, and there's going to be other dog walkers there. I feel like some of you, I just see this as a award show. Somebody's receiving awards somewhere, accolades somewhere, and you're at events and you see them too. And some of the signs you're going to see is, I know this sounds crazy, but bright red ties. I keep picturing men in bright red ties, women in red dresses. I see storms too. That's going to be like some of the indicators, like it's really super, super stormy and windy out. And also your hair's like, you're going to see that right gorgeous face with pretty eyes or whatever, and your hair on your arms is going to feel like it's standing up. You're almost going to feel dizzy. You're going to be you're almost going to have loss of normal speech. You know what I mean? Like, not like Wernicke's aphasia where you can't speak any or write any known language on earth, but like you won't be able to find your words. You'll be that like taken aback by the sheer beauty and connectivity with this person. That's amazing. Others of you, I clearly see sporting events, whether it's your children's school events, being out Madison Square Garden, any of those things, basketball, football. I see a lot of those connections. And the signs you're going to see, especially if it is a karmic twin connection, things like that, lots of synchronicities. There's going to be strange things like weird animal activity, weird bird activity, butterfly activity, dogs, just things, shit acting erratic, like just off the norm. It would bring your attention to it for whatever it is. You know, it's a little off the hook. It's a little extra, if you know what I'm saying. And yeah, all those things like high velocity, whatever. You just feel that you're like, this is not of the norm, things like that. And so just be aware. And I feel like a lot of this is very close by. So keep, and another thing for your group too, I feel like when you're out at certain shops, I hear like home goods and shops like that, silly things like that, just looking at things that somebody piques your interest there, like somebody's watching you, you just strike up a conversation over the merchandise and it becomes a connection. That's really lovely. Ooh, I love it. So I'm going to pull you a fairy oracle card. Yeah, I'm having such a great day, but these psychic fairs, it's like just so much goes on, and like people come up to me and they're like just start to chat with me, and some people have religious dogmas or they have other things, and I find it a lot to contend with when you're just trying to relax. And I wasn't even reading at this particular one. I was just there to visit and say hello to some people and purchase some rocks. And I don't like to draw attention away from the other readers or anything like that, but it was something, I'll tell you. So your key too is renewal right here too. Oh, hello, winter woo-woo berries. I was gone, so see, Miss Means you wanted to hang out and tell stories with me. So revive the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future, understanding your life's purpose, releasing judgment of yourself and others. That's another thing too. You're gonna start to feel lighter, and no anxiety about going places. You know what I mean? You're not going to be like, oh, I'll have to talk to so-and-so. You realize you're in your own power. You're in your own truth. You don't have to speak with people at events if you don't want to. You're your own person. You know, things like that. Okay, now we're going to move on to loyal hearts. Yeah, that you are your own person. You don't necessarily have to partake in any activity you don't want to. You know what I mean? You're oh, nice. 6 of Wands. Ooh, you're going to meet somebody at a parade. Ooh, the moon. Wow, wow, wow. All right, signs you're meeting the one, and also where you might meet them. I have messages coming in of wheres as well, so I'm going to chat about that because that's important sometimes. Look at this, you guys. Insane. What in the actual hell, Winter? Look at that. The sun, the 6 of Pentacles, the moon. Wow, and 6 of Wands. Yeah, at actual parades, being in an actual parade, preparing costumes, something. I see a lot of you doing costumes, hair, something like that. Something in the beautification or set dressing type of thing for sure. And then the moon. When I see this, I feel like some of the signs you're going to I feel like a lot of you... I just picture you out simple places, at restaurants, doing everyday things and bumping into people and just getting that feeling, you know, that just, whoa, that tingly all over. Something's going to cause you to just instantly look somewhere for no specific reason, and they're going to be there. It is a magnetic pull. It's just going to be one of those things. It's like, just look over here. Almost like clairaudience of somebody whispering in your ear, look left, and you do that, and you just lock eyes, and it's crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of soul calling happening right now where people are connecting, and it's your senses, your spidey senses are tingling. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's exactly like that. You're hearing things and seeing things you've never heard before. And again, what's going to happen here, I feel like, wow, with the sun, I feel like a few of you too, you're going to warmer climates. You're going to be in areas, you're going to be in South America, you're going to be in places, and you're going to feel relaxed and free and cool, and somebody's just going to come across your path and you're going to be like, holy smokes. And going to be amazing. Mexico, places like that for sure. And when I see these together, it's funny. I feel like I keep hearing the heat of money, the heat of money. You'll be doing something financial. I don't know if it's in a bank or whatever. And whatever it is, it has to do with the flow of monetary resources. I don't know if you're getting a loan, if you're buying a car, you're spending money, and something happens in that you meet somebody in that process of buying a new vehicle, of looking at houses or apartments, and it's a large sum of money you feel like you have to part with. But in that comes a blessing of meeting somebody that is amazing to you, and it's a beautiful connection. I love that. Let's get a fairy card. Yeah, and some of the signs you'll see too. Again, it's going to be bizarre. It's going to be strange animal activity. Birds, especially. I see lots of weird birds, like flocks and flocks of birds. Tons of butterflies. Again, weird things like squirrels. Just bunches of animals bunching up and being around you. Ringing in your ears. For some of you, you're going to have ringing in your ears. And what else? I just feel all these weird senses. I know this sounds berserk, but your mouth tasting chalky. I keep hearing chalky, like all of a sudden it's just dry and chalky, like you ate chalk, something like that. It's physical sensations you will feel when you're in their presence. So then we have the Prince of Summer, romantic, captivating, dramatic, and flirtatious. Falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, and the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. Look at that. Commit. Oh, no. So with the Prince of Summer, you're feeling lighter and more romantic, and that's drawing these mates and these romantic possibilities to you because you're smiling, you're being open, friendly, and warm, and that is a huge, huge magnet for people that are attracted to you because they see you. People always want to be around joyful, uplifting, fun things. It's very enticing for them. So keep that persona on you when you feel like you want to connect to people. Just that warm smile, eye contact, all those things, shoulders upright, faces out of the phones, right? And it brings this to you. Very, very beautiful, you guys. So that's your group. Amazing. So don't forget to press like and press subscribe and the bell too so you get your notifications. And down below are all my links if you need a private read. And it has all my other stuff for my Instantgo. If you just need one quick answer as you're going somewhere, something's going on, all my links are down there for sure. Okay, so that was that. So now we're going to go on to number 3, you guys, which is the here and now. Very excited. I'm excited for all you guys because the signs can be very different for different people. You know what I mean? It's very personalized, and it's the way that your guides give you notification to look up, get your head out of your phone, off your computer. You ever just get that thing where you just look up and you actually hear look up, or you actually feel compelled to for no specific reason? It's not like there's a loud noise, you just do that, and there can be a room full of people and you literally lock eyes with that one person. It's bizarre. Well, let's see what we have here. We have 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords, Princess of Wands, and the Hermit. Okay, this sounds berserk, but I feel like for some of you, you're actually going to be in your home relaxing. You're watching like romantic shows or whatever, and it just dawns on you that that is not how you meet special people, by living vicariously through your television screen, and you're just going to be compelled to say yes to more people, to invitations, and that's going to propel you out into the world to meet these actual suitors and people. And when you come into contact, how some of you are going to know right away is just the way they look at you. It's beyond. It's that split second longer than you would just meet someone, say, that you didn't feel anything special towards, or a person you're just introduced to at work, or a relative or whatever. You know how you have that decency pause where you look at them, shake their hand. This is a right away. It's a captivating stare where you know immediately they're into you, and you feel that you actually feel your heart chakra and like the butterflies in your stomach at that moment. It's a physical movement inside you that goes, wow, and it really stirs you. Again, too, with the Princess of Wands. I'm going to group these together. This is so totally cool. I feel like that there is a conflict at some point in the near future around you with the Five of Swords and Seven of Swords. I feel like there are some pretty bottom drawer people, and they are trying to there's just a couple of them, but I feel like they're at your company or they're at your place of employment, and they are trying to do a little backstabbing of you because they see you as some kind of threat. Like, you know your stuff, you know your work, and they see you as competition. Instead of how we should all see each other when we help each other at work as a helpmeet, a friend, someone they aspire to be like. Instead of that, they're a little weaker willed, so they feel like they're going to just squabble amongst themselves and try to get higher and higher and talk shit about everybody, including you. And that you actually meet someone through work that stands up for you and is like, what, are you crazy? That, like, oh my God, Amy or Karen is fantastic at this. What would ever make you think that she didn't have the capabilities to do this? You know what I mean? This person is actually standing up for you. And it's like a knight in shining armor, whether it be male or female. It's just somebody who has integrity that stands their ground. Because guess what? When we do come from those four cornerstones and we act honestly and we are our authentic self, we're integrity, and we're coming from a place of love. We don't have enemies, really. We don't have true enemies. What we do have is people that are envious if they don't have their act together, and they will try to, just do pot shots or whatever. But it's recognized from everybody for what it is. That lower vibration people that stick together because we do vibe with our tribe, they even know what they are, and they know they're not proud of it. They just can't get out of that funk. They're underdeveloped. And that's seen, but also somebody comes to stand up for you, and it is a very beautiful, chivalry-driven thing, and it's like there is a connection through that. And again, when you see these people and you're involved in, also it could just be in a store, like you're trying to park somewhere and somebody takes your space, or they think you took theirs and they start shit with you, and then somebody in the parking lot happens to come to your defense. It's something like that. There is a squabble, or there's an area of discontent and malcontents around you, and some beautiful person just comes and steps in and says, hey, that's not right. And right away you're drawn to them and them to you, and it's a very beautiful connection, and you feel it right away. You feel like, all skippy and light inside your chest. You feel crazy. You feel like your mouth is literally just dropping open. You know what I mean? That physical thing where your mouth just drops because you can't believe that this gorgeous, awesome person is like helping you. And yeah, it restores your faith in people too. And it's a very touching, lovely, lovely moment. I like that a lot. That's really, really cool. Yeah. And again too, I just feel different areas. I feel like people are just popping up all over where you don't expect to see them, and friends of friends and friends of family, and right away you just feel like, again, it's usually in the eyes that you guys are going to feel these signals. You're going to feel warmer, your eyes when they lock. You don't look away right a minute. It's almost like you're stunned. There is a connection, and you also feel really warm and comfortable around this person too. It's so funny how you can feel comfortable and a little like nervous at the same time, right? And that's usually what's involved in that type of mix, right? Because it's like yeah, it's elation, and elation is a great feeling. That's really cool. So let me see, and then we'll grab a fairy card. Wow, nice. And then the fairy card is the Two of Spring, a bright future that's manifesting through hard work and creativity. You're partnering with others to share your dreams. Great progress. I thought it said prayers. Great progress being made. Excellent. Again, yeah, too, I feel that this tops all of them. It's another signal that maybe on a work project, someone is going to be brought in that you don't see every day or notice, or you're not in close proximity to them until now. And now that you are, you're recognizing these characteristics that you really admire in this person. And yeah, it brings a nice affinity, and you guys start to discuss things, and then you feel that. When you guys feel that like penetrating glare, and that yeah, just that warmth and that heat that's behind a passionate glance or whatever. It's lovely. Oh my gosh, I love that. Yeah, so work projects and things like that. That's fantastic. Don't you love that purple canoe? We all need a purple canoe. We all live in a purple canoe, a purple canoe. I love the artwork in this. It's so, so beautiful. All right, you beautiful people, amazeballs. So don't forget to press subscribe and like, and all my links are below for your private reads and other things. Thank you, and we will talk soon.